down.
Hey everybody, it's Patty Dobrovolsky with Up Your Creative Genius and Creative Genius U, the equation that makes you great. Okay, this week we're going to revisit limiting beliefs. Last week, I know I talked to you about it a little bit, how your doubt can creep in. This week, let's dive deeply into that to see if we can't reroute those limiting beliefs, because what's true is when you're all excited about your beautiful, fantastic, ever-evolving vision, here's what happens. Lurking in the shadows over there for any moment that you've had too much sugar, you didn't get enough sleep, or you've overworked, are your limiting beliefs. They're just waiting to creep on in there and attach and clamp to your leg that ball and chain of that limiting belief that you formed before the age of 15. So we gotta teach you how to, and I know some of you know this already, so this is just good repeat for you, to unclamp that and keep it off you before it gets and grabs a hold of you and pulls you down that slippery slope. So here's a couple of suggestions. One thing is, what you want to remember is that the brain is 33% autopilot, but 66% programmable, which means that you can program your brain to divert from the limiting belief and settle in on the positive belief that you have about yourself. But if you don't know what your positive belief is, you can't replace that negative belief with it. So first off, you got to get to know your negative beliefs. So become a detective in your life. I want you to write down a list of your limiting beliefs and then watch for when they start to emerge. What triggers them? What happens? Where do you feel it in your body? And noticing all of that will help pave the way for change. So once you know what they are, then you want to write a positive belief for yourself. You know, you're smart, you're creative, you're capable, you deserve this. And deserving it is not in that arrogant way like, I deserve this. It's that you deserve to live this full life, a happy life, in a way that you want to, with all of the things that you need and want. So David Eagleman is a professor, and he did a number of studies on this around your brain and how to program it. And one of the things he did is he gave a team of people these weird reversing goggles. So you'd put them on and everything was backwards. And so at first they just made you totally nauseous and it was awful. But after a couple of hours with these, and then when you came back the next day and you tried them again, slowly your brain started to reprogram itself. So by the end of a week of wearing these just 2 hours a day, you had actually reprogrammed yourself. So when they went on, you were totally adjusted. Now, if your brain can program to something as weird and bizarre as that, why can't you program it to live that future life you desire? You can. So here's how we start. We're going to start with those limiting beliefs and get rid of them so you're ahead of them, and so you know what's going to happen when somebody says that triggering comment to you, or something happens when you feel like you're too tired, or that it feels overwhelming to you, or you're feeling like the world underneath you is kind of crumbling, especially during this time. Am I right? So you want to first, this is your mission, should you choose to accept it, you want to make a list of all the limiting beliefs that you might have. And it might be around the environment too, like things will never change, or I'm always going to be this way, like that. But also how you feel about yourself, because at the root of it, there are some basic things like I'm not lovable, I'm not cute enough, or I'm not smart enough, I don't deserve this, or it'll never happen, I can't make it happen, etc. You want to get yours, make a list, and then I want you to write a positive belief on the other side. And then, now that you're familiar with, and you want to document how it happens, be the detective, put that on there too, so you know, like, oh yeah, when I'm in traffic, this is what happens, right? Or when I'm in front of people and I'm trying to get a new job, I'm in an interview, this is what happens. Or when I go to draw a picture, this is what happens, okay? And so know what happens. And then, when you start to feel it happening, you need to stop the action. Stop the action so that you can know what you're experiencing, and then say out loud, and I love this, I'm totally stealing this from Joe Dispenza. He says, to say out loud, change, like loud and dramatically, so you wake yourself out of this stupor you're in of your old pattern and that record machine, and then you say to yourself that positive belief, wait a minute, I'm smart, I'm capable, I can do this, I got this. And I know that you can program yourself to that new reality. People do it all the time, why not you? Okay? So I want you to send me some information about what you did, put it in the Facebook group, send me a DM, or just let me know you tried this, it was awesome, you're working on it, where you are in the process, and what's your positive belief. Tell me what it is so that I can share it with you and continue to program you for that. Okay, let's do this. Until next time, up your creative genius. Yeah.